guys. Welcome back. And up here, we got a little dialogue from Joker.
Another mutation. If Joker's making these monsters, he hasn't perfected the formula yet. I need to hurry.
Yeah, so that guy, he wasn't having a good time, and a relatively good sign at least that Joker hasn't perfected the formula. The formula. So we got a trophy there, and up here we got two more. We got a riddle we can scan, and another Chronicle of Arkham. There's the riddle. And up here is the Chronicle of Arkham.
Every day I found the patients more distracting. Their insane mutterings and constant twitching disgusted me. There was only one way to cure this evil. Only one way to purify the city and ensure its future. I needed to prepare myself. I needed to be ready.
We almost found them all. And we're gonna go back over this way to get out of the little catacomb area. And up here we got two more guys, picking on a janitor.
Help me!
Yeah, right here. I usually stop and let them, give their dialogue, but not this time. Go talk to Jordan, see what he has to say.
Are you okay?
Do I look okay? They were gonna kill me. We were in the aviary hiding out, and they came in with Joker shooting up the place and loaded us into cages.
Are they still in there?
No, man. No one's come out since. You got to help them.
Stay here.
And back this way, we have another riddle we can solve. Yeah, this one's Humpty Dumpty, so we get his bio right here. You guys can pause to read, of course. And then up here we have another scannable riddle and another patient interview tape for Dr. Isley. There's the riddle.
Where is Dr. Kellerman?
How should I know, Warden? It does seem careless of you to have lost him.
I have no time for your games, Miss Isley. Tell me where you have him. We have security footage of you and him leaving your cell last night.
So,
Do I need to spell it out? We know you hypnotized him, or whatever it is you do. We know he took you somewhere, but conveniently, security cameras across the island were mysteriously covered by leaves and flowers at 3 a.m. Now tell me what he is.
I'm not saying a word unless you do exactly what I tell you to do.
So yeah, sounds like Dr. Isley has Dr. Kellerman locked up somewhere and the warden wasn't too happy.
Help me! Someone! Get me out of this thing!
Listen, the bat is on the way. If you see him, send the annoying doctors to hell. That's the down one, right?
Yeah, they're going down.
Good. And remember, if you hear a collar go off, Batman's here.
Joker's men are all wearing the security collars. I'll need to take out the operator first.
So yeah, we gotta get to the main operator
Joker
without taking any of the other guys out before we take out the main operator for the in the control room. So it ain't too hard, just gotta get to him. And over here on the wall, there's another Riddler trophy, but we'll get that in a moment after we secure the room.
He doesn't stand a chance. Not a chance.
Yeah, we go down here through the vent, open the vent up, and we can get in above this guy up here in the control room. And there's 3 more chattering teeth, so don't forget to get those as well. And take them out with a ground takedown.
I've incapacitated the
One
main
more
threat,
set of teeth
but the
there.
hostages are still in danger.
Yep. Get that guy. And if you're fast enough, you can usually get to these last 2 guys before they kind of start moving around a little bit. But yeah. This is, it ain't, too hard a predator encounter. It's rather unique in the sense that, it's got a unique, fail condition. Just a test of skill in your stealth abilities. And we rescue the doctors and one of the other janitors. And
Joker wanted the entrance to the Titan production plant guarded. I should pick up Harley's trail again so I can find it.
and there's another patient interview tape for Ivy.
We found him. No thanks to you. The poor man could have died.
So,
He has a wife, a child.
as do the plants he travels underfoot. The spores he breathes in and destroys have children. Why does he deserve anything more than them? You people ignore what is happening in front of your eyes.
I refuse to put the welfare of plants before the welfare of people.
And that is why you will lose. There's more happening than you know, Warden. It's all connected.
So yeah,
You found 75% of my challenges?
yeah, that one wasn't too well for the warden.
Sorry. I thought I was working for Dr. Young. I had no idea Joker was involved until he burst in the lab.
Where is the lab?
Back over there. I always get buzzed through. There's a hidden door, but, well, it's hidden.
I'll find it. Stay here.
And we turn around and look up. We can find a skeleton up there. And that is the other scannable riddle there. here's Killer Moth's bio. And as well in that last patient interview tape for Dr. Isley, the warden seemed less than, thrilled at that last conversation with Dr. Isley. Don't think the rest of that interview tape went over too well. Yeah, here's another control box that Joker done booby-trapped. But it shouldn't be too hard to get through. And then afterwards, the fruits of Joker's labors. Get to find out what all this Titan business has been building up to. Now, I think we do a little upgrading right here. Yep, we do. Now, I think I get 3 of the I get the first 3 levels of the health upgrades. Totally not foreshadowing for what happens later.
Well, look who's discovered our secret lab. Since you've made it this far, let me show you what I've cooked up.
So yeah, don't these boys look perfect? And an interesting thought of get you guys' opinion on the Titan and all that. We know that how it was made was because Dr. Young had taken Bane's venom formula and had mutated it along with what we'll find out later to have been plants that Dr. Young had acquired from Poison Ivy. And here's my thought and wonder. We know that the Titan is stronger than Bane's venom because the Titan basically is Bane's venom, but Dr. Young had altered it somehow and basically put a bunch of steroids into it that she had found a way to mix together with Ivy's plants. So, but how much stronger do you guys think the Titan is next to just normal venom that Bane is using? Because Bane, he ain't, I'm pretty sure at least, he ain't ever looked as big or, with bones sticking out of him like these guys have. Well, except for maybe the absolute Bane, but even then, he ain't running around with bones sticking out of him or anything. But and that was the first time right there that I actually didn't know that you could actually beat one of the Titan boys while riding on the back of the other one. I thought that was something that really only that only Batman could do, that you had to actually punch him yourself to do it. So you learn something new every day. But yeah, so how much stronger do you guys think the Titan is overall next to Bane's stuff?
I've destroyed the Titan production facility, but Joker escaped with enough to cause us real problems.
Just when you think it can't get any worse.
They've been using a venom plant hybrid to create the Titan strain. The plant's the key. And there's only one person on Arkham Island who can help us.
And what makes you think Poison Ivy will help you?
If her plants are at risk, she'll listen. I have a sample of her pheromone signature on record. She'll be somewhere in the gardens. I'll track her down.
Yep, and we
something
get a
to
new
over this
gadget
movie.
here. And this entrance of the Batwing is just really cool, you know, considering the fact that this game came out originally back in '09. It's pretty dang cool, I must admit. And the airdrop. We get the line. And so far as the story progression of Arkham Asylum, what's you guys' favorite gadget? And over here, we got another Riddler trophy, so we're gonna pick that up. Silent Night Extreme Challenge Max. Those are fun. Yeah, something else, if you go back over where the doctor and the janitor was.
They're all dead. Joker was busy while I fought his monsters. He'll pay for this.
Yeah, which, one thing though that, it's told that Joker takes those boys out, but judging from that elevator, I don't really see how Joker could have done it or anything like that, because we don't really find out where that elevator he takes goes. So I think it's kind of just a bold assumption on Batman's part. But what do you guys think there? And we gotta talk to the flower girl.
It's all right, my darlings. I'm here now, my poor darlings. Yes, I know he's found us, but I won't let him hurt you. I'll kill him first.
Ivy, I know Dr. Young mutated these plants to produce venom.
Yes, and I heard it through the grapevine the evil woman paid the price.
I need you to help me create an antidote.
Why should I? Let Joker have his fun. I'll enjoy watching you squirm.
You've been in the dark too long. Every plant on this island will get the same unless you cooperate.
There's a plant growing deep in Arkham Island. Only it can counter the effects of this Titan strain.
Where do I find it?
Oh, in Killer Croc's lair. You didn't think it would be easy, did you?
Go back to your cell, or I'll be after you next.
And I'll be waiting.
Oracle, I need to find a way into Killer Croc's lair. It's somewhere below Arkham Island.
There's nothing on the system about where he's kept.
I found a door near the Batcave, but it's shut tight. There's got to be another way in. I left guard Cash in the mansion. I'll see if he can shed some light on where Croc's kept.
So, yeah, we gotta go into Killer Croc's lair. That'll be fun.
Hey, Batman! Looks like you've taken a wrong turn. We're here to make sure you stay where you are. Yeah, go back and play with that bitch for a few more hours. The boss isn't ready for you yet.
We're just gonna have to teach these boys a lesson, ain't we?
What the hell is that thing?
And I find it really funny, though, that they clearly see Batman flying over the ravine with some kind of gadget, and not one of them tries to move or get out of the way, even though they can clearly see it happening. It's just, I just like to imagine that they were all so in shock that they all just, at least those two guys at the front were at least, collectively in shock, and then all the other guys, they weren't even paying attention. They were just all talking to each other. We got a crazy down there, so we want to knock him out real fast. And then we just gotta backtrack the way we came. And just gotta get out of here, out of the gardens, and get back to the mansion and have a chat with Cash. Nothing awful or unforetold or anything like that should happen, right? Shall be fine. Just Joker with a bunch of venom on steroids, essentially. Nothing awful or potentially destructive to the city should happen, right?
Screw you, Bat. We turned on the phone. You're trapped over there. Yeah, not so special now, are you? Why don't you just walk over here and stop him? I think he's scared. I think you're right. Scared of a little one. What a girl.
And there's something, to be said about the confidence that some of these boys speak with, and it's almost funny how confident they are in some of these scenarios. And we got another Predator section here.
He doesn't stand a chance, not a chance.
When I get it, I'm gonna rip his head off and stick it outside City Hall.
Yeah. All this here at the beginning, I'm just, just thinking on.
He doesn't stand a chance.
On who I want to take out first and all that. Just getting a survey of the room real fast. But I'm pretty sure everyone's first guys they take out is this guy right here every time. It's almost everyone I've ever watched play this game has taken this guy out first. Because he's just right there.
Nice safe room while we fight Batman. Nice.
And wait for Joker to get these boys moving.
It looks like he's left you a gift up there.
You heard the boss.
Then we go over here to this guy and we hang him by his feet.
Hey, get off me!
And unfortunately though, because of that, we took the guy at the door out. They won't go back over to the other guy where I had a trap set for him. But, we do decide to be nice, and we do, cut that guy down so he doesn't have to worry about the blood flowing to his head. Yeah, and that guy there, he just, he was still looking at me, so he saw the bat and he was able to dodge it. And right there, I see that as he's dodging, and I just, kind of, quickly get back onto a gargoyle and start moving. Just so they don't, shoot at me or hit me, get lucky. But thanks to the triple batarang, we can take all these boys out. I don't think he's having kids. No, not with a punch from Batman. And also, those two guys, they said that they turned the power back on. Well, if you go back to the generator room, you can talk to Carl Todd again, and Well, I think he says what I think most of us would do in this situation.
I'm sorry. They came back. Turned the power back on. I couldn't do anything. I just hid. They came back in. They said you were dead. I'm sorry. They came back. Turned the power back on.
So yeah, and when we first come here, I didn't do it, but if you talk to him when you first rescue him, he says that he'll stay there to protect the generator to keep them from turning it back on. Well, turns out, those were, unfortunately, just empty words on Carl's part.
I won't let him hurt my babies again.
I can't believe you let poor little Ivy crying in the garden. She looks so sad.
Yeah, this is where it really gets fun here.
Well, gotta say, the results are a little different. Shall I give her another? I think she wants it. I was hoping for a 40-foot killer plan, but you don't always get what you want, do you?
So, yeah, Joker injected Ivy twice with a dose of Titan. Yeah, we do another upgrade here. Totally not foreshadowing for what's to come.
Titan must be having a different effect on Ivy. Her plants are growing. They'll soon be out of control. Looks like the plants are mutating further. That pod appears to contain similar spores to the ones Ivy used to attack Gotham last year. They're deadly.
Well, it's a good thing then that we won't be interacting too much with all those deadly pods, so we're just gonna do this. We're gonna zip line right over all of it. Make it so much easier. Getting back to the mansion. So much easier. But, yeah, so apparently, Titan is having a different effect on Poison Ivy, making her plants, presumably, so much stronger than what they normally would or should be. And here's where I find it interesting with Ivy, because some of the only other times we've seen her get to this level of power in the comics is she usually needs time to prepare for this kind of stuff.
Batman, I figured you'd be here about now. What's the deal with the plants?
It's complicated.
Let me guess. Poison Ivy. She teamed up with Joker.
All that matters is that I can stop the plants taking over the island, but...
There's always a but, isn't there?
Where do you keep Killer Croc? I found a door in the sewers, but it's sealed shut.
That monster's got his own special cell. It's right below the transfer room back in intensive treatment. Elevator goes right down to an old sewer. We just drop meat down there every day or so and try to forget about it. It's locked off. More security than the Joker. You won't get in without the warden's permission. He has the codes.
Thanks, Cash. Stay here and do not go near the plants. They'll kill you.
Yeah, but yeah, like in the comics, the only times we really see Ivy get this strong, this quickly, is she usually has to spend time preparing for this kind, usually to get her plants, you know, not quite to this level, but for her to normally, like, do damage like this to a place, it would usually take her at least a couple weeks to, to prepare and to get and to get it ready for something like this. And this is what Ivy is doing mere minutes after Joker injects her with 2 doses of Titan. And she's already doing all of this to the island within 2 minutes of her being injected with Titan. And that's a scary, scary thought, because that's one thing that, like, is the unfortunate downside of this game having come out back in '09. There's only so much that they could have done under time constraints or budget and all of that to accurately show just how dangerous Ivy is at this moment, to Batman and everyone else that's on the island at this point. She is, realistically, from a comic book, like, lore accurate, it's like, you take out all the gameplay mechanics and all of that. Ivy at this point, she would be so dangerous that she would easily surpass whatever Joker would have planned with if he was able to inject like a few hundred of his men with Titan. I mean, easily. I think just about everyone would agree with that Ivy at this point is very dangerous. But, we gotta stop her, so we gotta go this way.
Batman, every route into intensive treatment is locked, and there's nothing I can do to bypass the security.
There was a sniper up on the roof. He got there somehow. I'll find a way.
Yeah. Gotta get back to intensive treatment. Anyway, knock that guy down with a battering. We don't want him shooting at us or aiming at us while we line launch over. And we got some more Joker teeth here. Gonna get those. Yeah, don't mind me here. I was just thinking there. But for the most part, I think it does a fairly good job of depicting how dangerous Ivy would be.
Seismic activity all over Arkham Island. You okay?
Ivy's plants are taking hold. I've got to stop them before the entire island is under her control.
And I think they did a good job with it, because anytime that Batman is talking to Oracle or anything like that, it's, from this point onward, basically, it's always on Ivy. It's about Ivy and needing to stop her in some way. It'll very rarely be Joker, until we stopped Ivy. Just goes to show how dangerous she actually is here.
Are they ready? Have you planted the explosives yet?
Razor's just finishing his off now.
Good. Let's test him out.
No! No, I'm still up!
Why are we beefing up security here?
Yeah, they put bombs on the gargoyles, so we can't use those. Which makes all the Predator encounters so much easier. It's really frustrating, I know.
I just hope he stays away, that's all. I don't want any more trouble.
But yeah, I'm gonna wait for this guy, gonna put him to sleep. Yeah, we're gonna just start trying to take all these guys out.
This is where Batman brought Joker earlier. The boss broke out easy. Batman's just a loser.
Get up behind this guy.
Haven't you noticed that someone's missing down there?
You heard Joker!
And in this encounter, it all started so well. And over here is where it really started to go downhill for me. And I don't know why that guy over there, just started moving. It looked like he was gonna cut through the office there in the middle and go that way. See, and right there, that's where I messed up. The button prompt for about half a second. I wasn't fast enough to get it, and that's where I first get hit in a Predator encounter. So all you guys who were wondering when Dragon was gonna get hit for the first time in a Predator encounter, there you go. And just looking at all the damage he did there, if I hadn't have gotten all those health upgrades, he probably would have took me out. And y'all would have got to see the first game over. But not yet. Not yet. But so we just go back to doing what every player does, and picking guys off one by one with traps and proper strategy. And a back claw. Pull a few guys over ledges like cheese. We're gonna cheese them with the back claw. And how many of you guys did that on y'all's first playthrough? Y'all just get to the top of the building and see, I don't know why. Well, I don't know. But yeah, they were so far away. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to be salty and bitter and all of that. But yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, that guy, he goes over. Yeah, and I don't think anyone else goes over yet, and I pull him over. And my thought was to throw those two at them in a perfect world, but yeah, he lights me up there, and I miss it, and he puts me in the red. Ground pound, back claw, and KO. So yeah, not only was I almost taken out in the first time I took damage in a Predator encounter, but y'all almost got to see the infamous Arkham Saga game over screens. Y'all gotta keep waiting for those. Well, there we go. We done secured the room, and we get to retrace our steps a little bit from the start of the game. And we got another riddle we can solve here. Gotta hack the door, or gotta hack the security control panel rather. And it's one of our good friends, Aaron Cash. Yeah, lovely photo of his family there. And the moment that made all of us freak out for the first time. Did anyone catch the game last night? Oh man, yo, you guys, please, yo, leave it down low in the comments. When you all first played this for the very first time, and don't lie, yo, be honest. How many of y'all immediately took the game out and checked to make sure it wasn't scratched up or anything? And then put the game back in and the same thing happened? And how many tries did it take before y'all just let it play out? And if it did for y'all, yo, then yo, I got some news for y'all, or at least yo, my opinions at least. Y'all's headspace was kind of in the same spot where Batman's headspace is here right now during this third Scarecrow encounter. And let me kind of set this up a little bit for y'all. Y'all remember back when we rescued Gordon, and Batman said that Joker was trying to prove something, and that he said that he wasn't sure he could stop him this time. And of course, Gordon, he does what he always does. He reassures Batman that you'll do it. Well, here's where it gets interesting. If you think on it, that would have been hours ago at this point in the timeline for the first game. And at this point, you got to imagine that Bats' headspace at this point, him subconsciously at least, in some way, he's starting to probably doubt himself. If he's going to be able to stop Joker at this point, and not only stop Joker, but stop Poison Ivy, and also go into Killer Croc's lair, and all of that just from that first encounter there, and that little kind of reverse gameplay opening to the start of the game, that kind of shows a little bit where where Bats is, where his headspace is. He might legitimately be starting to doubt himself if he can win this one, which hasn't been talked about nearly enough, in my opinion. He kind of, where his mental headspace is right there during that, third Scarecrow encounter. Which, if any of you guys watch, Clown Puncher, maybe drop him a comment or something, or anything like that. Maybe get him to talk about, Batman's, his, where his head's at there at that point for that Scarecrow, for the opening bit of that Scarecrow sequence there. Maybe, maybe he could title that, a new video idea or something for him to look into. I just think that's rather interesting to, it shows that, maybe Bruce is having doubts that that he'll actually win this time. Fortunately, this episode was a lot shorter than I would have liked. So it's almost wrapped here for this video, guys, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Don't forget, like, comment, share if you enjoyed. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm assured that he's cured almost every patient sent to him and boasts empty beds in all his wards.